So my name is Gwenael Nicolas, and my studio is Curiosity in Tokyo. And I work based in Tokyo. I work worldwide for fashion brands like Fendi, Moncler. We create a boutique everywhere from Miami, Singapore, Paris. And but actually, I had an amazing project in Tokyo, and which is GINZA SIX, G6. And you know, when you travel a lot worldwide, you have many influence and many inspiration. But actually, for this project, I realized that living in Tokyo, I really wanted to create a space for people who live in this beautiful city and amazing culture. And the idea of G6 is really create a place where Japanese want to go and discover their own culture. And by doing this, people coming from abroad, from Europe, from America, from China, from Asia, from everywhere, coming and visit the space, they can actually share the same experience as local people called Japanese people live in Tokyo. And that's why I think it's really important today in this world to connect culture like this. And not, sometimes as interior designer, the project are too vague because we try to, the clients sometimes want to design for everybody, but I don't know who is everybody. We have to design for people we know, we understand, and then we can bring one more step to create something very unique because sensibility are really strong. And by doing that, it's like designing for people you love. The power is very different. And by sharing this passion, we create a very strong connection. And I realized this project in Ginza, where the idea is really to create a core in Ginza. It's not a place where you just go and you discover everything. It's more like a source of inspiration. And you go there and you have a hint of inspiration and you realize you want to discover more. So it's like a core which expands to the rest of Ginza, Tokyo, and Japan. So it's like idea of a place where you can start to discover Japanese culture. And it's amazing because when you go there, you see so many Japanese enjoying the place and discover things they never heard about, which is the whole point of this project. And actually, I was inspired by a place in Paris. It's a small department store called Bon Marché, which is in Saint-Germain, which is designed, really created for people living around. But when you go there, it's really amazing. So I wanted to bring this similar feeling, but in a wider scale, a more international feeling. And so when you create a project, if it's a product design, a graphic, or interior space or architecture, it's often as a designer, I always concentrate too much before on the space itself. But in designing the space, I realize that the time design is very important. For example, if you take a perfume design is time design. You have a first impression, second impression, and third impression. So when I create an architecture or a boutique, I try to define this different step. So I write like a small storyboard, you know, like what is my first impression? What is the second impression? What is the third impression? And so on, so on, so. And then I try to create those sequences where people are surprised, they discover something they don't expect, but at the end of the day, they feel very comfortable. And this is what we have to think, wherever, because at the end of the day, we don't design the space, we have to create emotion. And I know it's very difficult, but when you reach this, you can achieve that. You create something which is really amazing.